Here are the top 3 core exercises you can do. Hey everyone, it's Neil Barnhill with the Barnhill Golf Institute. Today I'm going to perform the top 3 exercises you can do for your core, your abdominals. And before we get started, please hit that like and subscribe button, as our channel has been really growing lately, and we greatly appreciate it at BGI for all the support and the comments that we've been getting. So keep it coming. All right, so the other day I was on Instagram, and I tell you what, there was a fitness trainer that said it absolutely beautifully about how to work the core. She runs a lot of classes, been doing it for over 20 years. And people think that just doing sit-ups or working on their abs is how you do it, and it's not. So before we get started with my top 3, I'm gonna tell you, like, all the movements you do, if you engage your core correctly, you're working your abs. So if you're doing push presses, if you're doing back squats, if you're doing kettlebell swings, anything, if you breathe correctly, you're going to be working your abs. So, and tell you what, not only are you working your abs, you're strengthening your lower back, which is the foundation to the rooftop, which is your abs up in your stomach. But I tell you what, you're making yourself safe when you breathe correctly. And I'm going to go over that real quick. So my top one is squats. I mean, if squatting is essential for life, and doing it properly is so important, but it really hits your abs. So for your abs and core, and I tell you what, works your lower back. So in overall strength, it's absolutely phenomenal exercise. So squats, so you start off with air squats. I've done videos in the past with that. You know, your feet are basically, you know, shoulder width, toes out. You're gonna perform it. I teach the kids, you know, cover the sign, hips back first, and then you take that deep breath. That's what I wanna go over with you. And then go down, and then you exhale on the way up. And I tell you, that just gets everything, your back, your midline straight, engaged, and then you're not sloppy. Because if you don't take that breath, then you can go forward. A lot of things can happen. So look out from this angle here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale on the way up. And I tell you what, it's just, you can feel your abdominals. So within that squats for working your abs is also, I'm gonna go over like front squats, there's overhead squats, but we'll keep it at front squats as well. I got a PVC pipe here, and I tell you what, learning it and doing this right, this was the hardest movement for me personally when I started about 10 years ago. This helped me with my squats because you want your elbows up, which is strange. It's very uncomfortable for your wrists because a lot of people don't have wrist flexibility, but you start with a pipe and you can work on it. And I tell you what, you get it up, you get those elbows up, and then you squat. And if you do it incorrectly, you're gonna go forward. But you really have to make your midline tight, deep breath in, and control that breath. And that makes you stay rigid and in a safe place when you're doing a squat. But what I like about the front squat is you get down to that bottom position, you start getting some weight with it. You push up, you can feel, to me personally, the front squat, you feel your abs working more than any other movement as far as like weightlifting goes. So here, we have it on our shoulders, we go down, and if we keep our elbows up, we know we've done a good squat. If we get down here and we go like this, and this rounds, then we know we've gone forward. So it's a good visual. You can look at it in a reflection of a, you know, glass window or, you know, a mirror. Just to work that movement. But squats, that's my top one for working abs if you do it correctly and do the breathing correctly. All right, so let's keep it at that. Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't do the sit-ups because they are important. But I tell you what, if you do the sit-ups, if you can, you'll get more benefit, and I'll show you how to do it here in a second, if you'll mix it in like some interval training. So for example, let's say he did a 500-meter row, 250-meter row, or run 400 meters, come back, do 10 kettlebell swings, and then do 25, 30 sit-ups, and do 7 rounds of that. You're gonna get more out of the sit-ups like that than you are just doing, you know, 200 at the end, which you can do that too, but I'm saying your abs, when you're doing other exercises and interval training, you're gonna get more out of it for your abdominals, okay? But what I like to use, and I'll show you, I think this is the ab mat. They have an ab mat too now, but this is absolutely important to understand. I'll get on the ground and show you how it looks, but this, first of all, will support your lumbar and your neck, and it's gonna help you put all the emphasis when you do this, the sit-up, in your abs, okay? It won't be in your neck, it won't be in your lower back. So we got the bigger part here, and then we're just gonna lay down, and it's gonna be right there, lumbar, and you can put the hands behind, go all the way back, and then up. If you can't do that, then you can put your hands like this and then come up, okay? But it's not much. I can't remember what this thing costs. It's been years since I bought one, but it's got to be under 30 bucks. I mean, it's the best investment you can make. It's a must in your, you know, in your home gym. I got a garage gym. I got 3 of these because I train juniors and some other clients, but it's essential. So that's my second one, is just doing sit-ups, but I highly recommend putting it into some interval training, okay? All right, next. I mean, I did a video on this one, and the video did really well. You can look at it. It's the hollow rocks. Will really go into detail, but that would be my third best one as far as like for core strength and developing your abs and lower back. This is really good for your back. But it's the hollow rock hold, and then there's steps with that. So I'll get down here and show you the basics. So first, roll up like this, and I can feel my lumbar on the ground. Then you can go 1 foot out, point the toe, and then you can go out like that. Hands above your legs, and then you can go out like this. Tell you what, it's incredible. It's just, you can see me trembling there a little bit, but do a Tabata with that. I do it with my junior golfers all the time. We do 8 rounds, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, and I tell you what, you've never heard so much complaining in your life. And I tell you, it's a good mixture to mix it up, but it hits your abs in a different way. And keeping that lumbar on the ground, it's really good for your back. You're developing that lower back strength, but you're also hitting this core big time. Now the rocks, a little bit more advanced, not so easy to do. So you get in the same position here, out, up, and then you rock, kind of like a seesaw. So it's just an incredible movement. Again, what I've done, and I really get a lot out of it, is putting that movement, the hollow rocks, I'll do 10 or 15 into some interval training, like push presses, or it could be deadlifts. You can mix it up. I mean, that's the beauty of it. I mean, you're constantly changing what you're doing is the key to really any great fitness program. But putting that in the mix of like 3 or 4 different movements, it's incredible. So, and you'll get a lot out of it. And I tell you what, you can change it up. Like I do sit-ups every week in the interval training, hollow rocks. I even do some dragonflies, which is, I haven't made a video on that one. That's really good. That was one of Bruce Lee's favorite abdominal exercises. All right, so when you do the dragonflies, you just need to make sure you've got something, like I'm gonna hold the mat here for behind your head. You'll see, and just watch my movements, but it's really another different way. I like to do 15 to 30 reps of this. You can modify it, but let's show you how it looks here. So I'm holding the mat. We'll go here. Okay. It's just a different movement. Hits your lower abs a little bit more, but it's a great movement. I'll tell you what, that's just a tipping point, a starting point to start with the abs. I hope that gives you some general ideas of how like I work out, you know, how you can implement that in your workout plan and different exercises that you already do. But I tell you, the breathing's really, really important. I can't overemphasize that. And I tell you what, leave some feedback and comments on this video. We have started a Patreon membership, and we're gonna have some more detail for our members. I'm gonna get a lot more detailed in like weightlifting, how to do it. I'm thinking of doing like a 30-day program, how to learn all the movements of, you know, push press, deadlift, power clean, power snatch, kettlebell swings, the sit-ups, all the different things, and get into the nitty-gritty, all the ins and outs, all the detail, all the mechanics of how to do it. So comment below if you'd like to see that, or become a member. We can help you with that. But for more great videos, blogs, and vlogs, please watch barnhillgolf.com.